Good evening, and welcome to the Heikadelic Show. We would like to take this moment to let you know that viewer and listener discretion is strongly advised. So sit back, have yourself a nice cool drink or hot drink, and enjoy the show. And welcome once again to the Heikadelic Show.
Oh my god. And boost.
Now, well, you might as well talk now, eh? Oh,
Having fun, are we?
I got resin lip.
Oh,
Anybody know what resin lip is?
yeah, it's they're kind of sticky.
Yeah. Oh, Sandra, cheers. All right, Sandra.
Hey,
Oh,
there's
hey.
Mr.
Hey, boys.
Ringo.
What's going on?
All right. We're just welcoming everybody to another edition of the Heikadelic Show.
Dun, 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 dun,
Welcome,
dun.
Ringo. I love your hat.
I made it in time.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I was just thinking I'd celebrate Tragically Hip.
Ah, hence the hat. Gotcha.
We
Yeah.
celebrate Tragically Hip.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Tragically Hip.
Didn't Gordy wear this on his way out? Or my
I think
Something
so. Yeah.
So what's going on? Where's everybody? Where's George?
Well, George is going to be here momentarily. We'll have to keep an eye out for him in the green room.
Hmm.
Speaking of green, it's blue. It's almost green.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, wait. Whoa.
Oh,
You know what we have to do. We can't do it that way. Come on.
oh, I know. Do you have that?
Do I have
I'm just
it?
getting really thirsty. I had to have a little sippy poo. Cheers.
Woo! More banana
never get ti-
guys and
Yeah.
anymore.
Never get tired of that one.
No.
So what's new with you boys? I know.
I bought my son a little toboggan. He likes it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pull up behind the snowmobile.
No. The snowmobile was it?
Hey, George.
Hey.
There's George.
Well,
Yeah.
you know how hard it is to find the little snowmobiles nowadays?
Oh, the
Oh,
tiny
they're
one?
impossible.
Try and find a
Yeah.
340.
Mhm.
Right? So
Yep.
this guy had two of them. This was an older one, and the price was all right. You know what I mean? Like for it's a late 90s, right? But
Oh, that's
for
not
the
bad.
price I paid for it, my son's 11 years old. If he racks it into a tree,
Yep.
you know, parts, right?
Not.
That's all
Either
right.
that or I'll
That's
call
good.
up Ringo and I'll be like, "Hey, Ringo, I got a snowmobile engine. We gotta put
You
it
want
in
to
a,
soup up your lawnmower?
we gotta fucking put it in a shopping cart."
Yeah, or something.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
low
bring it
rider
over.
shopping cart.
We can put an extra cylinder or two in it.
Perfect.
Add a cylinder onto it. Okay.
Did you ever run a sled with a chainsaw motor?
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
I've ran a bike with I think it was like a chainsaw or weed eater motor.
Really?
Yeah. My buddy had it was like, the California Cruisers.
Yeah.
It was one of those, and he put a little gas tank on it. It actually looked pretty fucking neat.
Neat.
And
Yeah.
yeah, man, he just cruised the back roads on it. You could
Wow.
you used
Oh,
to be able
that's
to
cool.
buy the conversion kits for bikes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, do you know, like, that's the big thing, with those swamp boats or the flat boats.
Yeah.
Yeah, the flat bottom ones. Yeah.
Yeah, like weed eaters for motors and stuff like that.
Oh,
They got the long
those.
shaft and the
Yeah.
little prop. Yeah, they're they're very popular. I guess people make them up and get those. What are they called? Oh, they're called John boats, right?
Are they? I don't know.
Yeah,
On
I
boats?
don't know why, but
JON?
they're flat. JON, John boats.
That's weird.
And then they've got the long. It's almost like a weed eater sort of shaft, you know. And they've got a
Oh, they got the
prop at the end.
the long shafts out the back with a prop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're great for swamps and stuff, but they got them up here in Canada. And yeah,
Well, that'd be
so I
cool
guess
for like
it's a
canals,
do-it-yourself
right?
thing.
Like imagine going to where is that? Holland Marsh there. Boot up and down that canal, skipping. Or even on the like get something like a sea flea size, right? Just something 4 or 5 feet long. And just thin. And all the rivers down here. Like just think of how many rivers you go by that you could just hey man, if you could get a kayak here, you could get a little thing here with just
Yeah, it's so funny because every time I drive by the Holland Marsh, I always look at because the marsh goes right alongside of the road for a long way.
Yeah.
Then they have the 2 tunnels that go underneath and it takes off those long canals. And I always pictured, like a 20-foot jet boat, 300 horsepower with a giant rooster tail and just go ripping by there when the cars are going down the road and just leave the spray of water in the air. It's like, wow, that would be so cool.
Yeah.
Well, look who's on. There's Kathy.
Wow.
Wow.
And Susan.
Susan and, of course, Sandra was the first one. Eh?
Yeah, Sandra was there.
So Sandra, how you been? Have you been on any adventures lately? I noticed her for a little while. I see Sandra on Facebook. Sandra was out and about quite a bit in the last little while. I noticed she was in different spots, from music to beaches, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, nice.
Yeah,
doing it right.
Yeah, and like what was it last week or the week before? I guess she's got her Facebook official companion, I guess. What she was posting.
Nice.
Hey,
has anybody
a relationship with rock and roll?
Yeah. Has anybody heard how Deborah's doing?
Oh.
So Deborah, it got canceled.
No.
Yeah. So unfortunate. Went to somebody else.
So she's just back on a waiting list now.
Damn.
No, that's a letdown.
That's sad.
I was going to Ghana to ask her.
Wow.
That's shitty.
So
well, we wish her luck.
Well,
hopefully she'll be on tonight.
Talk about getting your hopes up and then totally kicked in the nards.
Yeah,
you know
because you have to prepare for a while for those kind of ops.
Yeah, you have to go do tests, and she's been back and forth to Toronto, and
yeah.
I'm not going to say where they live. Well, I guess I can because we have the party up there all the time. But they're out by Napanee, so they're
holy crap, that's a long way to go.
It is.
Yeah,
you're going to Toronto.
An hour and a half.
What? An hour and a half.
Yeah.
4.5.
Oh, 4.5. Oh, I'm thinking of
an opinion.
Yeah.
Around quite a round trip. Yeah.
Whatever's an hour and a half towards Kingston, right?
That's how fast you're going.
Yeah. Well, it depends on where you are too, right?
Yeah.
So we have a guest tonight, right? Roxy?
Yeah. Roxy's coming on. She'll be on in a bit. But
tell us about Roxy. What's her I know a little bit.
Roxy, I met Roxy, I think, at a show with Red.
Okay.
She is also a performer.
Okay.
She does obviously different stuff. Everybody has their own niche. So I don't want to give it all away, but Roxy's pretty cool. When we did the Canadian Independent Music Video Awards, Roxy was performed with us, her and Red. So it was
cool.
Kind of
nice.
Well, okay, you don't want to give it up. We'll. I'm excited.
Yeah, we'll let.
Because
I don't want to tell you what she does because she can tell you, and it's Well, it's like me saying what Red does. Like, oh, he swallows swords. You know what I mean? Well, Roxy doesn't swallow swords. Roxy would lie on swords. You know what I mean? So
no, that's cool. Can't wait to see her in a bit.
As I said, everybody has their own thing, right? Chris, our buddy Chris is with. He's an escape guy. Roxy's big into escape too. He's a escape and fire.
Oh, really?
Right. So yeah, kind of neat.
Oh,
and I would even ask Roxy what a cutting board is. She might show you. Oh.
Sorry, I had to catch up. I'm sure you guys.
That's perfect. Yeah, we've done that 3 times, so that's awesome. Hey, so what did you guys do on the weekend? Anything cool? Anybody?
I was outside a lot. I went skiing. I went snowmobiling. I had a very playful weekend. It was good. It was really.
I saw the pictures. You guys snowmobiling out in the bush. That looked like fun.
Yeah. So I've always tried to get my son into motorsports. Some type of I'm a dirt bike guy. I love dirt bikes. That's right. My shit, right? So my son didn't get into dirt bikes, so he got into 4-wheelers. So we got 4-wheelers, right? Yeah. Compromise, man. I miss my dirt bike.
Well, Derek, I always wanted a dirt bike back in the day, but I never got one because I thought all I need to do is, break an ankle, an arm, and I'm out of work, being self-employed.
George, I've done all that.
I don't think a doctor's sick note would cut it. You know what I mean?
George, it's not too late. Get yourself.
It's not too late. No, it's not. I mean, I've got a dodgy ankle. Actually, it's something else. But anyway,
of course, dodgy ankle.
But see, you know what? You do something cool. You break an ankle. You're off work for a couple of months. You mend up and you go back go back. COVID took years. So
ankles are actually fairly quick. Okay, I'm going to tell you from experience. Ankles heal fairly quick. Right. What you don't want to do is break the small bones. You don't want to break your metatarsals. Like across your foot.
Metatarsals.
Yeah. So I broke mine. I was on a couch for 3 months because you can't bear weight on it, so they line up, right? So it's not all messed.
And the other thing there, when you were talking about boats there, when we moved up to Peterborough, I was at Peterborough. We were up there for 7 years. I thought I'm going to get a boat when I go up there. It was actually top of my list, and then it just never worked out. Yeah, no.
Bummer.
George, you want to know?
I was all set to have a boat. I was like dead set on it.
You got a pretty big bucket that you got to start knocking off. I think here.
I know, and the clock is ticking, isn't it?
So George,
you got to put that list on the wall.
You need to get a motor bike, right? So it's a dirt bike, but road legal.
Oh, right? Really? Okay.
Only ride it on weekends or out at the track, right? You can buy a bike and just take it up to most spots there. And
it's just I'm not far from that. I'm only like 15 minutes from most spots.
Yeah.
So it's just up the road from me. Yeah.
Perfect. You can go there, ride it, and learn how to ride. Then go on the road, or not even worry about the road because the road is actually crazy. That's where people get hurt, and it's 90% of the time it's not the rider's fault.
Oh no!
Unless, of course, you're hanging around my friends. Then 90% of the time it's their fault. But
it could be,
yeah. But it's usually because they did something stupid and somebody else was there.
But anyway, back to your son. You say we wanted to get him into it.
Okay, so anyway, so we got into 4-wheeling a bit, and then he had a pretty. I got him into jumping and riding on tracks and stuff, right? And he crashed, and he's just like, it's not for me. And literally, he's rode it twice since, right?
Didn't get back in the saddle.
No. He rode it a couple times, and he's like, I'm not into it. So we go out on the snowmobiles, and he's like, this is it. He goes, I like this. This is my, because it's a cruise, right?
Yep.
You're not, and you can give it a little bit. So you do on the, like everybody on the straightaways and give it a bit and take off, and he was like enjoying it. So because he likes going out in the nature and stuff, right?
Yeah. So that's why the ATVs are fun too, right?
Yeah. The ATVs are awesome. Well, speaking of being out back, George, maybe we should talk.
I just wanted to
back
mention. I still want to mention what I did on the weekend.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Us ice fishing guys up here, we finally got to go ice fishing.
Did you?
Locally. Yeah.
How thick?
Yeah, it's kind of cool. The place that I always ice fish with, they still don't have their huts out. Still not out today.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah, they're hoping to get them out by the weekend, but you know, we're itching, and we talked to some friends, and we found a new place. It's called Just Huts. JUS. The guy's name is Justin. So Just Huts, and excellent. Really, really awesome people. They built all brand new huts. They're actually even closer than the other guys. They're just down the end of my street. Yeah. But if anyone's looking to go ice fishing, call these guys up.
And what lake are they on?
They're on Lake Simcoe.
Lake Simcoe.
Yeah, down in Port Bolster.
Yep.
Which is 2 minutes from Beaverton type thing. Highway 48 and Lake. Yeah, and Lake Ridge Road. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right up the road from that. And if you want to try, you've never done it, you don't have any equipment, you have no idea what ice fishing is all about, call up Justin or Crystal, look them up on Facebook, and they have a website, Just Huts.
This
JUS
is what ice
Huts.
fishing is all about right here.
Right there, that helps. It really helps. When the fish aren't biting and you have that,
you can catch
really
fish
helps.
or not, but you can have a lot of these. They're a sure thing.
Yeah.
I've
that's
only
the beauty.
been ice drinking a couple times.
Oh, have you? Just try the fishing part too. It's fun.
No, it's not fun for me.
No,
I tried.
You don't like it?
No, man. No, I prefer to go out ripping on a snowmobile, pissing the guys off.
Yeah,
fishing.
but that's the thing. You could get an ice set out there and go rip around on your snowmobile, and then have some beers at the pier, and then sleep in the ice set.
Well, yeah,
you could do that too. But the cool thing about just Huts is if you have no equipment at all and you just want to try it, they rent the fishing rods, they rent the huts,
everything.
They rent fish finders, they rent underwater cameras, and they even rent waterfront cottages if you want to stay over and do it again the next day.
You got to minnows on the heater.
Yeah, you got to check these guys out. Awesome, and they want you to have a good time. We learned a lot of new things. They want you to enjoy yourself. They teach you what they know, and it's a place to go. So check it out if you're interested. Anybody wants to go ice fishing from the city, look these guys up. They have a .ca. They're on Facebook. Just Huts.
Well, I do see we have a guest
Top
here.
notch.
So do we want to invite our guest in to maybe play with or play George's backside?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, why not?
All right, Roxy, we're bringing you in to play George's backside.
All right.
All right, actually, George. Hi, Roxy. All right, here we got to make.
All right, so since we got a guest on, I've got two here.
Roxy. Hi, Roxy.
Hey, Roxy.
Hi.
That's Heiko.
Oh, sure. Put her on the spot right away.
He's got is that a terrarium in the background or
it is
a terrarium? Sure. What do you have in there?
It's a baby ball python. Her name's Morticia.
Morticia.
Oh, nice.
Do you know what? I honestly, I don't know. I grew up with a little trepidation around snakes, but I actually love them now. Like there's this, it's a big mama garter snake, and it lives out. I'm on some land, right? So I had a pile of wood and stuff like that, and she's under there, and there's some baby snakes and stuff like that. So I just, So
that's cool.
I put like cheese around it. So the field mice will come around, so it makes it feeding time easier.
I'm sure she appreciates that.
Oh yeah. It's like we have this pond or something like that, right? So, but she's hibernating in there for the winter. Once in a while, I'll see her head poke out, and good times.
Well, poking out. Let's get George. So, what we do here is George is going to. We play this game called George's Backside.
Yeah.
And
sure.
George will show us the back of an album. and it's going to be from George's vinyl collection. So
my vinyl remains.
Vinyl remains. Yes. And we have to try and guess what it is by
I'll
asking
do-
questions.
Yeah.
All right, one of two to pick from, but we'll go with the easy one. All right. So as soon as we got a guess, we have to, we're gonna give them a chance, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hang on, we'll go.
All right, let's see the backside there,
All
George.
right, here it is.
Oh,
Okay.
and so that
that is the band, correct?
That's the band, yeah.
That is the band.
So we know it's a band.
I have to look at the hair, so I'm going 70s by the hair.
Okay.
Late 60s, early 70s, because it's not super long.
Oh.
Am I
Get
correct?
too close. You start
It's not
reading.
Leonard Skinner, is it?
Is it Lynyrd Skynyrd? Well, let's have a listen and see if it's Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Didn't I win last week?
Yeah, you did. You won twice now, Ringo.
Yeah, Ringo's on a hot streak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Questions are allowed.
So is it a rock band?
It is a rock band.
It is a rock band. Are they where are they from?
They are from the UK.
They are a UK band.
Okay.
So this is a 5-piece UK band in the rock era.
In the rock era.
In the rock genre,
era.
sorry. Genre.
Genre, yeah.
And this is 70s, right?
Is it 70s?
Yes.
No, it's not.
It's not 70s?
No.
Wow.
So is it pre-70? What is it?
60s.
Early
Wait
80s.
a second. When did the band start?
Early 80s. Probably
band
late
start-
70s, but they
wow,
didn't actually
okay.
do anything until maybe very early 80s.
We
80s.
didn't know them until the 80s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Feel free, Roxy, to jump in and ask questions too.
Okay, so this is, but that narrows it down a lot because that's now we're into the 80s, right?
Yeah.
So this
yeah.
is
Yes.
Still going. Still going.
almost-
5-piece
Still
rock
around.
band.
I'd almost say that looks like Rick Emmett from April Wine, but
Rick Emmett.
like we're holding the guitar,
I
right?
want to say like Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi aren't from the UK, for heaven's sake.
Oh yeah, UK. Oh yeah, never
They're
mind.
from
No,
New
they're from
Jersey,
Jersey.
which I don't
Right.
think there's a New Jersey in the UK.
Oh, yeah.
Last
time I was
that's
there,
okay.
anyway.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's not one.
No. Hey. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. We got people guessing here. We're
Yeah, okay,
copying
let's
it
see.
all. Wait a
Yeah,
second.
yeah.
The Yardbirds.
The Yardbirds.
Sandra.
Hey,
I have
that's
to-
a good one.
I have to
Yardbirds are weird.
Not the 80s. Though. And then we got Glass Tiger. Okay, well,
Glass
Glass
Tiger.
Tiger.
All right,
That's a
well,
good
Glass
one,
Tiger
too.
aren't from the UK. They're from Newmarket,
Yeah.
even though there is a
Well,
Newmarket
you know what?
in
They
the
could be
UK.
from the UK. Imagine. You know,
Famous for its
from
race
UK,
horse
George,
And-
Blood Rock
and Alan
Sausage.
Frew
Blue
from
Rock Sausage.
Alan. No, not Blood Rock Sausage. Alan
Not
Frew is Scottish, is he not?
Yeah, but the band are from Newmarket, really.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Yeah. I grew up half in Newmarket, half in Uxbridge because my parents, were divorced, and that's what I did.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so a UK band that started in the 80s that's still going today.
Yeah.
Are they all still original members?
a few have dropped off down the years and been replaced.
Huh.
Okay.
I thought this was easy, actually.
Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath.
No, this
They
is
were
80s. This
70s.
is
Yeah,
80s.
they were.
80s rock from the UK.
Mhm.
Is it Def Leppard?
Is it Def Leppard?
Ooh,
It
that's
is
a
Def
good
Leppard,
one.
isn't
Is
it?
it Def
I'm
Leppard?
looking at it because look, this guy here should have another option. Okay.
Hey, you know what? That's fitting
Okay.
because aren't you leaving to go play with Pickles for a couple months, Derek?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Whoa.
Tonight is my last show, and I'm gonna go try my hand at becoming a professional pickleball player.
Pickleball.
Yeah. So yeah. That's
Yeah, we'll
it.
talk more about that after.
So-
Oh, right. So Roxy, you're going back on the big screen again, bud.
Oh,
All
good.
right.
Okay, you're in the spotlight now.
That's just what you
All right.
wanted.
Now we ask questions.
Front and center stage in the
Tell
spotlight.
us a bit about yourself.
What would we like to know about myself?
So Roxy, what do you do for fun? What is Roxy's
Yeah.
hobbies?
I do quite a bit for fun, but I am a variety, sideshow, freak show, oddities performer, mostly for fun.
So I
Wow.
met Roxy at a show, and then through Red, actually I messaged her and I'm like, hey, I see you know Red. You want to do some stuff? And she was in a video with us for.
His exact words were,
Canadian.
do you want to get in a van with Daddy Red and come to Toronto somewhere in the middle of the night to film something?
Oh,
I think
there
that
you
was
go.
good.
wow.
Yeah.
That's doing stuff.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Was his van a white van?
It was a white van,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, there
Said
you
free
go.
candy on the side. I didn't get the candy.
Oh,
Sorry.
That's
Well,
Hey, I still waiting for my bag of Richards. So
there you go. I'm a big fan of the whole freak show thing. Like a buddy of mine, I don't know if I can say his name on here, but he worked with a few of them, like as what would you call, like kind of the MC, right? Ringmaster or whatever. Yeah. So his name is Joel, and I think his handle is something Joel Tidius or something like that. He actually wrote a whole book on the whole subject, but he was with the big what's that big act in well, it's kind of, I don't know if it's based out of Toronto, but it's certainly a fairly large, like there's a couple of shows a year. I think Red was just in one.
Something Strange show?
Something Strange, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, so Joel was very much part of that and for several years. But yeah, it's pretty amazing. And then of course we met Red. That sword swallowing act, I'll never, I mean, wow, it's just amazing. So we had him on here for the first time, right?
Yeah, that's what he is good at. You say sword swallowing, that's what Red's all about. Well, so if we were to ask you what you're all about, what would you say? What is your...
Well, my most well-known act is human cutting board, and then second to that would be the machete ladder.
All right. Awesome.
Okay, you have to explain those. They sound pretty crazy with knives and stuff, right?
Well,
really?
Human cutting board, Daddy Red doesn't do that often anymore because he thinks it's too dangerous. And
oh wow, he thinks it's dangerous.
Dangerous after the cutting board.
Yeah.
So you take produce or vegetables, and then you expose your flesh and use a machete to cut up the vegetables on your arm or leg or chest.
Oh wow.
Recently, we've been doing a cucumber on Daddy Red's neck while he's swallowing a sword, and I cut the cucumber for him.
Nice.
Don't try this at home, kids.
So I thought the machete thing was something different. I thought it was, the one I saw was on television, and it was they made a machete ladder.
Yep.
And you'd actually climb up the ladder.
Yeah. That's what we do after the cutting board.
Yeah. There you go. So I mean,
really?
Yeah.
And now, have you ever had any mishaps while on the machete ladder or machete cutting board? I know when we worked together, I saw there was one time that you may have went ouch.
Yeah, there's usually a bit of pinching with when you have to sit down to do the human cutting board. Yeah. There's less elasticity to your skin, so it's not as tight, so you can catch different parts of it easier. And I did that while filming the video with you guys.
Yeah.
And the machete ladder has tipped over before with me on it.
Uh-oh.
And what was the result of that?
Land
you
on
didn't
your
get
feet?
hurt?
No, that was all right.
Oh, okay.
That was good.
For pretty much all the stunts, you always anticipate what's the worst thing that can happen and what will you do if that happens.
Right. Yeah.
So at what point did you sit there one day, Roxy, and go, okay, I want to be a human cutting board? What inspired you to do that?
It started 4 years ago. I said I really want to do sword swallowing, and then looked into sword swallowers locally. Couldn't find too many. Found a guy named Harley Newman, who is from Pennsylvania, and who was offering Sideshow School, which was 3 days in his barn in Pennsylvania. So I trucked down to Pennsylvania and spent 3 days in a strange man's barn.
There you go.
And then learned all of the basics there.
Awesome.
Wow, that's cool.
And
Like,
then he introduced me to Phoenix Fire, and Phoenix Fire introduced me to Daddy Red.
Yeah.
Right. That's the way I went too. Like I
was that going up
Phoenix
in the world,
first.
or was that kind of?
I think it was up in the world.
Yeah.
So
well, Phoenix has how many like tens, maybe 20 world records. This guy just keeps on getting them in.
He's got to have a record for records.
Yeah, exactly. We were gonna have him on once, but we just couldn't get it to work out.
He's got a very busy schedule.
He is, yeah, he is real busy.
So Roxy, I remember when we had Red on for I think the first time, and he went right to the, like, I think we said, hey, we got Red on. You know, he claims to swallow swords, but we don't know if he's going to swallow tonight. But he actually did, and it was like, wow, this is wild. He did the whole blockhead thing, but we're sitting there after the show, and I'm like, anybody know how to get a hold of Red? Like, does he have a phone or anything? And like, nobody had a number, and like, we just get a hold of him through Facebook. But he's in this sort of, I guess, an apartment or a room or whatever. And so the thought occurred to me that, okay, so what if he has an accident and he's on the show, he's bleeding profusely? Like, how do we even call 911?
Okay, I know what to do here. So I've jumped over Red with my dirt bike while he was swallowing a sword, right?
Yeah. Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
So I used him as a ramp.
There.
Right. So I used to do stunts when I was younger. I went to a stunt school, right? So it was fun. It was great. Anyways, I asked Red, first thing I do, what do you want to do? Do you want to go to a specific hospital if something happens? Do you want to go somewhere? Do you want me to take you to a vet? Whatever, right? And he said, just take me away from the area and drop me off in the ditch.
Yeah, because he's got DNR kind of written on it or tattooed on his chest. But no, the point though is that's
what will you really do? If something happens, you obviously you're going to the hospital.
No,
right?
Well, that's the point. We had no way of contacting him, or if he bled out on the air, what do we tell 911? Hey, check it out. He's bleeding on our show, but we don't know how to reach him, right?
I'm pretty sure I would find a way to contact him.
Well, He's got a very smart hairless cat that can call 911 for him. Knows his address.
That's right, he does. And Mr. Bigglesworth. I forgot about that.
Yes.
Such a cute cat. But no, he's a professional, right?
Yep.
So
it's fucking crazy.
I am never going to do that. In fact, I have
all crazy.
I was showing him my swords. I had some swords commissioned. Now he wants to buy them, but But I can't see myself swallowing it. Even if I put a little Tabasco sauce on the end, it's not something I would enjoy.
What do you think is the hardest part about swallowing it? Is it the mental game or? Yeah, for me. And my second question is, can everybody swallow the same? Like I know Daddy Red's like 22 inches, no more, right? Is everybody the same? You know what I mean? Like
it all depends on how long your esophagus is, like how far it goes down before it hits your stomach.
Right. So
everybody's got a
different.
Do
22.
Yeah.
How do you find that out?
How far can you go?
Trial and error. Me, I get stuck at the first or the second esophageal
The second
sphincter.
esophagus? Yeah.
Yep. So you got to figure out how to flip that open.
Yeah.
Wow. My gag reflex is not good. I mean,
it gets better.
And well, no, I just
gotta try. Just keep on trying, Ringo. How long have you been practicing? So what do you? So you just keep on trying, or have you put it to the side for now?
I started it when I was 17.
Yeah.
And have been practicing on and off since that day.
Yeah.
That's been a year now, then, right?
Not today. It's been close to 15 years. But I have 3 swords that I practice with. One's like a small dagger that's about this long, and then the other 2 are average sword lengths. But they all come from El Lurchio from the UK. He's like a sword swallower over there, and he commissions swords for sword swallowers that are a specific shape and like girth and depth.
Yeah.
Right.
Red doesn't believe in those. He just shapes his own swords.
Whatever. Yeah. Well,
Wow.
for we went around for Halloween this year. He was with us, and he was using, you know, the roaster on a barbecue, like just that square. He was using that with a hand on it. Then he's like, "Oh, I had to put something on it," so he put like a ghouly hand on it.
Wow.
He brings.
So, Roxy, when you're not swallowing swords and practicing swallowing swords, what do you do?
That's a good question. Well, I
also... put it this way: what do your friends think of what you do? Put it that way.
Well, most of my friends are in the sideshow business, so they all agree with it, or at least know of it.
Yeah.
I have some friends in the bar community too, because I bartend and serve as well.
Okay.
So okay. Cool.
Those
what pays the bills.
Think it's a little stranger.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Well, sometimes while I'm at tables, I'll do like blockheading for like children who aren't behaving themselves. I say like, "This is what happens if you don't pay attention to your parents, guys."
What do your parents think of it? What do your parents think?
Most of them enjoy it. Some find it disturbing, but.
And your parents, do they know you did it?
Dad's like, "Okay, yeah, good for you, sweetie. You could be anything you want to be." And Mom's like, "No, absolutely
That's
not."
supportive. Right?
All right. Justin's on. Hey, Jess. There is the guy right there from Just
Huts. Justin Huts.
Yeah, well,
right on.
Hey, Roxy, are you into ice fishing? Have you ever gone out ice, as I call it out here, ice drinking? It's dangerous. Yeah, I know. You guys are fucking crazy. You go out on like ice.
No, it's way too dangerous.
Lake. But I've got like a.
You could freeze to death, for heaven's sake.
Drown.
Get stuck in my.
Drown if you fall in the hole and freeze to death. Yeah.
Well, I just heard that the other day. Someone said if you go ice fishing, do you need to know how to swim? And it's like, what?
Yeah.
You don't go in the water.
Well.
The funniest thing I saw is there's a story. I went ice fishing. It was 2 years ago, and it's just you see people, you know, when they have all their equipment, they have the gear on and all that stuff. And we saw this was an East Indian guy, right? And he had his little jacket on, and he was dressed up kind of nice, and he was with 3 Oriental young ladies. And I looked at them; they had like shoes on, dress slacks, and they were just dressed up like they're going out for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking at them and go, "Are they going fishing? Like, why are they here?" And they did. They all went out together. Wow. And we went out with them, and they dropped them off in their huts. And then we never heard anything from them again. And later when we went back, they were nowhere to be seen. So I asked the operator, I said, "Whatever happened to those guys?" And he just burst out laughing. He said it was an hour and a half after we dropped them off. We got this hysterical freaking phone call. All the girls were screaming and crying. Have you ever heard the ice crack?
Yeah.
Pressure crack.
It cracks all the time. There's pressure and the ice is growing and it makes these cracking sounds, and it's like they zoom by you like a car. You hear this rumble that whips by you, and they lost their shit. Like totally freaking. So they had to go back out and get them off the ice. So that was a very, very short ice fishing trip.
Well, okay, so how does that work? Okay, when you go, like, they take you out on sleds or something, or on like one of those bombardier things.
Yep.
And they just drop you off and like, "Hey man, we'll be back in 3 hours."
No, they drop you off at 7. Well, you leave the shore at 7 in the morning, and they pick you up about 4 or 5 in the afternoon. So you're out there all day.
No.
And some of the operators, like Justin, he came back about 3 hours later just to see everything was going, make sure we needed bait or anything like that. And then he came by again later on and asked us, you know, everybody good to stay till 4 o'clock? What time you want to go back? The guy was amazing. He was just so caring and making sure We were having a good time and enjoying ourselves. Some of the other guys, it's standard. They drop you off at the hut like 7-ish in the morning. They come by around noonish, and then they pick you up around 4 or 5. So you're out there all day.
Yeah.
So when I
it's
used
great,
to go
man.
and do that, I would bring the essentials, right? I'd bring a bottle of
A bag of weed,
amaretto for parts
pocket
of
of
it when I want to
mushrooms.
have a cigar, but like bottle of rye, that sort of thing.
Yep.
But I'd always bring my ice picks, so I just wear them around my neck actually, and they're these 2 little kind of foam picks, so you pull it apart and there's like these little nails, and it's supposed to help you claw your way on the ice.
But, if you do fall in, it gives you grip to get yourself back out.
Sort of, yeah. But at the time,
you don't have to worry about any of that shit.
Yeah, don't go on the ice. You're fine.
The ice is safe. There's just a hole in the hut. Don't fall in the hole. That's all. Right?
Okay, so did I tell you my buddy Kevin, the guy who used to operate? His parents had this thing, right? Anyways, so back in the day, they used to have those bombardier things, and that's what we went out in, right?
Yes.
Old things.
Yes.
So we went out, and they dropped us off, and Kevin's like, "Okay, we make long holes because I guess there's round holes and long holes, right?"
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that means we have to drink, folks.
Oh,
cheers, everybody. That's our drinking song.
Thanks, George.
There you go. It's got Ringo rattling his ice cube there.
Sorry, I might have a little pica syndrome or something, or because I like chewing on ice.
What syndrome?
That's rare. I don't know.
Roxy, I'm just thinking. When you practice, I'm fascinated by this. Do you like play any music that sort of helps you along, or do you just do it with nothing on in the background, or what's your practice routine? How does that go?
A little slip.
And like, do you not eat for like all day till you do that, or what are the disciplines you have to do to do that?
Yeah.
Well, it all depends on what I'm practicing. If I'm practicing like handcuff escapes or straitjacket escapes or rope escapes, then I usually put some sort of music on because it covers up the sounds of just thrashing about and throwing things.
Right.
Swallowing and stuff like that. I usually do it while I'm watching TV or while I'm reading articles on the internet or whatever I'm doing throughout the day. Just pick up whatever blade I happen to have nearby in the room and practice with that.
Oof.
Wow.
So what is it that you can't get? That's a second. So you have two soft
part right down here. It gets to it, and it's like a wall in your throat. So I have to like tip my head further back,
right,
and then
flip
it forward, which could be from breathing. It could be from just not having a strong enough muscle yet. It could be having too strong of a muscle. There's like,
do you ever get nervous doing it? When you first started, were you really nervous doing it, or were you just boom straight in, no messing?
Well, I went to the class in Pennsylvania, which didn't really give you the opportunity to be nervous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But there's people around, right? There's people around. But
there's 3 people in the class.
Yeah.
The one guy that I was in class with got sword swallowing the first day, but then the second day he swallowed the entire blade. So
wow,
how do you get that out?
Great. He pulled it out himself out of panic, but if he hadn't been able to get it out, then the paramedics would have had to use forceps to pull it out or surgically remove it.
No,
that's because he didn't have a hilt on the end of it. He just had the blade.
No way.
And then when it gets down to a certain point, it vacuums it in, and his just vacuumed and he released out of panic.
So that's cutting off your oxygen supply.
Yep.
A little bit.
Yeah. So that's like not good. That's real bad.
The good thing was the teacher had said, like, whatever happens, don't panic. We were like, oh, okay. I guess that's good advice.
So he didn't panic?
We learned he panicked a little. There was a little panic.
Well, you're going to, right?
It was the, oh, God, I'm going to die. And then the, wait, I don't have to die. What can I do to not die?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty brave.
So that's when we also learned, you should rehearse what you're going to do if you may die first. And then backtrack from there.
Yeah.
So we learned like the glass walking too, which was the scariest part. Nail bed, that was pretty scary too. Cinder block smash on the nail bed. People standing on you on the nail bed.
Well, I was fascinated how red.
Now, how many nails are in your nail bed?
Mine has over 1,001 spiral roofing nails. And then I have a smaller one with only a couple dozen.
Okay, so
how often do you practice that?
You do that as well.
I do.
Yeah.
I did have on Halloween a gentleman who was hosting an event, and he stood on me, but he didn't just stand on me, he jumped on me.
Oh,
And he was over about 210 pounds.
yo.
So he popped the cartilage off of my ribs
Oh.
and then proceeded to stand there after the fact until I was like, okay, get off now. Thank you.
Yeah, this hurts.
So have you ever
So,
ended up in
that
an emergency in ER? With have you
never ended up in the ER yet.
I was just going to
it's
say,
possible.
like, you go, well, how did this happen? You go, well, I was lying on a nail bed in a.
I'm gonna
So
wind
There's
up
an
in the ER in
audible
about
pop
20
for
minutes.
the audience, which they did not love. Silenced the entire bar.
It would. It would.
And
'Cause
then it was
that
just
makes noise.
oh, message all the people who know what they're doing. I'm like, hey, Rad, this happened. He's like, can you breathe? I'm like, yeah, yeah. Keep an eye on it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that just goes to show you, though, you're laying on a nail bed, and a guy is going to stand on you. If I was that person,
The guy
I
bigger
would
than
be
me.
ever like 210 pounds is just a little bigger than me. I would be so careful and step on you so gingerly because you're on a bed of nails.
Okay,
Yeah, but
So
he was
what
almost
kind
as
of
small
a-
Roxy is either?
Yeah, but still,
Roxy's-
what kind of a
Roxy's like
moron?
4'2".
Yeah, what kind of a moron
I would never do it.
jump?
I wouldn't do it.
Who would do
I
that?
wouldn't.
Well, he had
Like-
somebody else that was holding him up, and she also tried to stand on me, and he didn't want her and him to both be on me at the same time. So he pushed her and then just jumped.
Oh,
Jeez.
right.
Wow.
I thought he jumped up. He jumped with pressure and it pushed.
In his
Oh,
defense, I
yes.
didn't say don't jump on me. I said step on me and assumed he would just gently step. Now I know for future
Well-
reference.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
wow.
Well, the only thing now, Roxy, because it's like I can't go on trampolines anymore because I popped so many ribs out from doing sports. So you can it doesn't heal correctly after a while.
Oh, it
No.
does kind of make a weird like snap when I move certain ways.
Yep. And you're gonna find you're just all of a sudden, oh, weird things. Like
Yep.
I just did something
Yep.
to mine right now, actually.
It's so funny that you say that because I have the same thing ever since my accident.
Yeah,
My
man.
bottom rib on the right, I'll bend a certain way, all of a sudden it'll just pop. And it's like,
Yep.
oh, right? Yeah, that's it.
Right?
It's going to be there forever.
Are we keeping you up, Ringo?
No, I kind of puked in my throat there for a second.
I keep thinking, like,
Wow.
that hat
I have
reminds
that
me of New Year's Eve ring for some reason. Look like,
What's
Oh,
that?
me?
you know, yeah, it
Oh.
looks like when you get your party favors when you go to the bar for New
I
Year's
just
Eve.
had to put my hat on for my grinder profile,
Okay.
update some pictures on it. But
Grinder
no, it's I don't know. I'm the whole gag reflex thing. I wouldn't. I can barely. If they check your,
You can barely brush your tongue.
I
Wow.
can't really. Yeah, I got a pretty short gag reflex kind of
Well,
thing.
you're never going to make a sword swallower, buddy.
Well, I started
I
with
definitely
licorice. I
won't.
don't know
No,
if that
I'm
helps
not-
you.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's
Because it's
funny.
sweet and then it's a treat too. After you do it enough times, you can just eat what you've been practicing with.
Wow.
There you go, Ringo.
So
Awesome.
it's licorice, and now I do cutlery handles. I can swallow cutlery handles, okay?
Oh yeah.
Like serving spoons or cake lifters, that kind of thing.
But isn't that dangerous? Can't that easily drop in, or
Well, they've got the large spoon on the end, or like
Oh,
the cake
okay.
lifter on the end, so it doesn't really get past your mouth. But
Oh, okay. You got me worried.
Wow,
there for a
didn't they
minute.
tell you when you were a child, stop sticking utensils in your mouth?
they did. They also told me not to stick things in my nose either, though. So
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I don't know,
I was always
Roxy.
told
Like
the
when
only thing
Red's
you couldn't
been on
pick
here,
was
I've
your
never,
friend's nose.
I've never had this reaction. Like, but I don't know. Maybe the way you're explaining it is just the. I mean, Red just gets right to it, starts swallowing his swords and stuff, and it's never really bothered me. But yeah,
she likes to leave the illusion alive.
uh,
Susan says she can't swallow a capsule.
yeah, exactly.
I understand that.
Those big honking vitamins, or something like that. That's yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you actually
Roxy,
do you put anything on the actual whatever instrument you're swallowing? Do you put anything on there to in case you get cut or anything like that?
Lube it or whatever.
For the start, I always use objects that don't have like edges on them.
Right.
So hopefully they're already round and smooth enough. And then I sometimes use flavored lube or olive oil or canola oil.
Okay.
Yeah.
I started with Vaseline, but it was just too thick.
It tastes good.
Vaseline
doesn't taste great either.
I don't care what anybody says, it's not a lubricant. If you got a cut,
although it gives you great lips.
Yeah.
Nice. So here, Kathy asks you, what's the most extreme act you perform?
That's a good question. I would say like the most shocking act that I perform is the human cutting board and the machete ladder, because I just use like bushwhacking machetes from like the army surplus store.
Nice.
Right.
And I've had to make the machete ladder myself out of a pet ladder from the pet store. So I got that and then sawed slices into the side of it and then stick machetes in it.
Wow.
So Richard says if it hurts, don't do it. So we're not advocating. We don't want our listeners to go and try this later. But
I wouldn't recommend it. No.
I'm disagreeing. So
of course you would.
I think everybody should try something. They should do something. But be safe about it.
Yeah. These are trained experts,
do something, anything. Learn how to escape from handcuffs, right?
That's a challenge.
It is, especially when they're on. Right?
I'd say the act that I currently hate the most, though, is mental flossing, where you stick like a light up tube into your nose and then pull it through your mouth. I don't like that.
I don't even like when I get snot back there.
Well, you do get snot. The snot's actually helpful. It lubricates. But like you get the piece of plastic stuck when you're trying to pull it back out of your nose. The end of the tube catches on the back of the roof of your mouth.
Yeah.
I'll stop.
Okay.
Oh, great.
So I'll tell you, the truth is I used to do a lot of cocaine years ago. And that taste that goes down the back of your throat, I can't imagine having something just go down there. It's in there for a long time. Because like when it goes down and you get that drip, it's, man, I couldn't deal with that. So how do you so it's like having a super long drip but through a foot long glow stick.
Yep.
So Roxy, Kathy asked where you're going to be performing next. Do you have any upcoming dates?
I don't have any off the top of my head, but I do post all of them to Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Okay.
Awesome.
So who do we look for on Facebook, Instagram, and
Roxy
YouTube?
Cage everywhere.
Roxy Cage.
Cage.
Yes, you were supposed to be on here several months ago, maybe a year ago or more. But so I definitely.
But you're on now.
The name.
Yeah, I looked you up last week, and the first thing that came up was the straitjackets.
Yeah, I'm well known for those.
Yeah.
I work with
Do you do like dislocate stuff to get out of your straitjacket, or what do you do?
No.
Okay.
When you're in a straitjacket, if you're in the right state of mind, it's easier to understand it. But if you're not all there already, it's much more difficult to understand what's happening.
Yeah.
But I work with a company called Asylum Aspire, and they make replica Posey straitjackets. Yeah. So Posey discontinued their straitjackets.
In one, it's something you don't really, if you're not focused on.
But it's kind of like you're hugging yourself, right? You got your arms all around you, right?
It is.
Yeah. So I guess the hardest part is the elbows, right?
Because you're like a narcissist. You love yourself, and
well, a lot of the jackets have like a front loop and side loops as well. So you can't get your arms up on either side or up the front.
Now, I do know there is quite a few different types of straitjackets. I know Chris, he's taught Anastasia, right, our Matt's partner, our character in the band, how to do it too. What makes one jacket harder than another?
Not knowing it.
Just not knowing,
not knowing it, because a lot of them have different like buckle feels. Some of them even have just different buckles in general. Like I have one that has a roller buckle, another that has just a slide through buckle, and then another that has like alligator clip buckles. So each of them have their own like benefits and flaws. because the alligator.
Which one do you prefer?
That depends. Depends what I'm trying to do in the jacket. If I'm sitting down in a small area, then I prefer the roller buckle because it's easier to find and then address, and you can hear it too. But the alligator clips, once they open, they just reshut and then they lock themselves back in place. So you have to do them multiple times to get the actual strap off of you.
Yeah.
And would that be more of a show?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Once you usually get like 1 or 2 parts off the jacket, you can get it off somehow. But it's a matter of like making it look good for the audience too.
Yeah.
Right.
It's all in the show, right?
Yep. Because you don't just want to slide off the jacket and be like, I did it.
Yeah. So Susan
just said she finds you amazing. Susan. Yep.
Aw. Well, I appreciate it.
Do you need someone to secure you in the straight jacket?
I do prefer someone to secure me in it because then it seems less rigged. If you put yourself in the jacket, then people are like, but you knew where the loose clips were. You knew where this was.
Yeah.
Now, I do know like Houdini and some magicians. Now, I'm not saying that you are a magician or anything because I know you got to watch what you say. I find like magicians will hide shit. Like they'll have secret pockets in their mouths and
they always hide shit. That's why they call them musicians.
Is that something that side performers do too, or is that more?
Sideshow performers aren't so much magicians as scientists. They understand physics more than science.
So you're not cheating. You're not just duping, right?
Just knowing your anatomy and knowing like the way gravity is going to affect your anatomy in whatever situation you're in.
Right.
Cool.
So I guess for a jacket, you have to be fairly flexible, let's say, more than the regular person, or does that have nothing to do with it?
It's not so much about like flexibility. It's just knowing your body, knowing how your shoulders are going to move versus your elbows versus like every part of your body is going to move a different way inside the jacket. And you got to be able to anticipate, okay, if this arm is stuck, then I have to do this with this arm to move this one this way. So it's a lot of like formulas.
And you can't give away all the secrets.
But if you could dislocate your shoulder, it'd be easier.
How much is a straight jacket to buy out of interest?
Well, Asylum Aspires are usually not too bad. They're like 200 to 400 depending.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, they're pretty reasonable.
See, I wanted to get one
for canvas.
I wanted to get one for our act, like for the band, right? So my band's called Motor City Maniacs, and so I wanted to get a straight jacket.
Yeah, Asylum Aspires would be happy.
I thought you already had one in your closet.
No, that's not a straight jacket.
Oh, it's a street jacket. Gotcha.
No, it's not. Hey, we have Junior in our green room too.
Yeah.
Oh, do we?
Well,
let's bring
I think he was nodding
Junior
off. I was watching him.
Oh no. Junior's a friend of ours, and he comes on once in a while.
He might have a few questions. I'm sure he'll have a few questions.
I'll be right back.
He's a good
He'll
fan.
have some decent questions for sure. Oh, he's gone to get him?
We just lost Derek.
Yeah, he said he was.
No, he said he'd be right back.
Okay.
Well, let's get.
Is that Junior?
There's Junior.
He looks like he's hiding behind something.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, I don't know how to add him in here. Derek's gonna have to do that. Add to stream.
What's up?
Okay.
I think I'm being.
Oh, there he is. There. Oh, okay.
Looks like you're behind the sitar.
Yeah.
That's not a sitar, is it? I mean, my eyes aren't very good.
I know. It looks like you're peeking around something.
Yeah, it looks like the neck of something.
I have my. Let me move my microphone here a little bit.
That's what it is. There we go. Now we see your pretty face.
Oh no, I was gonna say you don't really need to see my face. I've been watching the show. I fucking love this shit. I'll tell you why. Seriously, I'm a long time Alice Cooper nut, and the stuff that Alice Cooper has done is very similar to this conversation, very much. And of course, I'm associated with Eyes of Alice, and I can't help but think and to relate to what you do. It's Kathy, is it? I'm sorry.
Roxy.
I'm Roxy.
Roxy, I apologize, Roxy. There's a reason why my mind is also not that well.
It's
anyway,
okay. Heiko thinks Iron Maiden is a bar band, so we're good.
Yeah, he makes those little mistakes.
I'm just impressed. Kathy's my grandma, so that was well done.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
No, in saying that though, Roxy, what I'm getting at is I'm very, again, associated with them very much so, this band that is a tribute to Alice Cooper. And I can't help but think in listening to this, two things. Robbie Cooper does it all, Straight Jacket being one. The other is the humor side of things is they at one time, back a couple of years ago, pre-COVID, had to go shopping for a fucking guillotine. Now you try to go shopping, and where are you going to go shopping to buy a guillotine?
My basement.
What's that primal place on highway or
Army surplus?
Yeah. So I digress, Roxy. I'm saying this is I really appreciate this conversation. It's very interesting. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I do have a sea container I call the kill room. So
oh yeah,
it's buried underground.
No, it's not.
A ladder down.
It's in plain view. That's the best place to have it, right?
Yes. He's got his car in there.
No,
he just happens to call his chained up victim car.
You could fit a car in, but you'd never open the doors, right? It's about 7 feet wide.
Alice Cooper has had some amazing shit performed on stage. Yeah, he has. Alice Cooper, it's big influence on me too. I've always loved that kind of stuff.
Well, I always respected the theatrical side of things. I mean, it was like fucking holy cow. This is not just a pardon this expression, Roxy. It's not just a big show. Ideal. So, yeah, and we're talking some of the original stuff. So, yeah, that's why I find this very interesting. It's because I know the other side of it as well. So that's great.
Junior, do you have a question for Roxy?
Yes. The question would be, I was listening earlier that you had actually had an interest at a younger age, but was there somebody that influenced you to want to try this, or was it just a simple interest?
Well, I did always enjoy like Alice Cooper and Black Sabbath and Ozzy and all of the rock and roll greats. So that was from like birth onward. And then when I hit my teenage years, I practiced contortion. And then I threw out a knee during Taibo gym class. And
Taibo.
Had to find out what else there was to do in sideshows. And sword swallowing happened to be something that I thought looked pretty impressive.
Wow.
So I asked
it was the
150
side?
sideshow sword swallowers at the time, part of the National Sword Swallowers Association. And most of them told me to get lost. But Lurch was the one who said, like, I'll give you some advice if you want to hear it. Sure. Everybody else was like, absolutely not. We don't teach that. No way. You can't just ask questions. That's a taboo.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I didn't know there was
I guess
there has to be.
I didn't know there was an association of sword swallowers. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it must be like a safety thing, too. They don't want to tell you how to do stuff and you go and hurt yourself and then, say, well, he told me to do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know the way the stupid system works today.
Yep.
You also want to be able to go, hey, I'm the only sword swallower
One of 100,
in Durham region.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Wow, where's that?
Well, okay, I'm the only sword swallower in Toronto working right now. And because you know if there was another one working right now.
You might hear about it.
Yeah.
Well, that's like Red tells us too. I do this, and I'm one of the biggest in the area, right? There's not a lot of people that actually do this kind of stuff. So I think it's pretty interesting that you got involved in this as well. And you don't just do that, you do a lot of different things. That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a question here because I've never asked Red this. Okay. I've been around Red a lot when he's swallowed, like a fair amount. And yes.
Yeah.
I've held his BBC before. So when he does it, I can hear his I can hear. I swear I can hear him going, and it's kind of like doing a fake burp.
Yep.
Right? Is that what it is?
I've heard that fake burping can help, or
Okay, 'cause
inhaling or exhaling can help, or
Yeah.
gulping, or making certain audible noises, because sometimes it's your
Okay.
vocal cords that are in the way.
Right. No,
Oh.
I like the guy we walked through Halloween trail, haunted trail.
The
right?
maze, yeah.
And every 30 feet he's swallowing, right? He's just showing because somebody would scare us, and if they did good, right? We'd and stop, and I'd like turn on my light and let the kids have a here, check this out. But shit, man, it's weird because it's like he goes, oh, and you can see he goes down one, and then he stops, and then he does this noise, and then it goes down, and I'm like, fuck, it sounds like he's fake burping. I was just wondering if that's the same. You're using the same kind of muscle when you make that fake burp.
Yep, that's what it.
Yeah. See, when
seems
you
like.
when you burp, you make room, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, you're sucking air down when you burp, right?
Wow.
When you do that,
Open things up.
right? Exactly.
Well, here's a different perspective than Roxy. Have you ever had any nightmares about what you do?
Yeah, actually, before the Something Strange show this year, I had a nightmare that I got on stage and didn't have anything to perform with.
Oh, that's a
Nothing.
different.
I just
perspective.
showed up and
wouldn't
I
have
was
thought-
like, So I jazz hands
would've-
and spirit fingered right off. Like, okay, goodbye.
Wow.
Yeah, it was weird. But no, like, actual nightmares about, like, dying or anything crazy
Well,
happening.
that's, I guess, probably what I was leading to, because you would sometimes you do not want to use the word assume, but it's almost a good assumption when it comes to something like this that's involved in what you do.
Yeah. Were you ever like really worried about something might happen, or like that kind of thing?
Yeah,
Maybe.
every time I do, like, one stunt for the first time, it's always terrifying. Always. Like, walking on
That's good,
glass.
though.
They're like, just step on the glass. I'm like, I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Just,
Just
you do it first. Show me it's okay. Okay, you didn't die. All right, maybe I'll try it.
Right.
It makes sense. I've seen it now quite a few times too, and it makes sense now that I understand it. You can still cut yourself very easily, and usually get little pricks.
Yeah.
But you don't gash yourself. That was crazy. Same with like walking on coals and stuff. I had another friend.
I was just gonna say that, and I just saw a little blip about that on how they do it, and they're trying to prove that William Shatner show, where she,
Yeah. Strange.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. Well, yeah, something. And they're saying that a lot of the people that walked on coals, before they actually did it, they would stand in cold water. So their feet were wet, and they said when they stepped on the coals, their feet were wet, so they would have that very, very thin layer of steam protecting their skin from the coals.
Oh.
And I'm going, that's pretty freaking thin, man. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, Roxy,
But
we're getting a couple questions here for you, actually.
Oh, nice.
Roxy, do bands ask you to perform? There's Shizu. Yeah.
It has come up on occasion, yes.
Oh, imagine that.
They usually perch me up by the drummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've performed with you guys, and I've also done some things for Blood Opera and a couple of other like local bands.
Blood Opera, they just lost their drummer not too long ago,
They did.
sadly. And if anybody's feeling bad, please go get help. Call a line, do something. I know just call a line sounds fucking stupid, but please call somebody. Let somebody know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So, anyways, not to be a downer, but yeah, Blood Opera. They're awesome. They're a great band. I got to play with them for my first time last year. I've never saw them before. I've heard of them, but never saw them. They're another costume band, guys. So they
intense costumes.
Yeah,
I think they're costume designers and like prop designers as well.
Yeah, and it's
interesting.
It's like opera, like we're being like whoa, like singing. You know what I mean? Dead opera.
Well, I was in a shop in Hamilton buying patches for my new vest that was going to be for that show, And I was telling the girl at the register, like, oh, I have a show coming up, and it's with this band. I don't know if you know them or not, but Blood Opera. And she was like, oh, yeah, that's my boyfriend's band. Oh,
yeah.
All right. Well, neat. Small world here.
Yeah.
Here,
Now,
Roxy, Richard has a question for you. Can you see it?
Yep.
There, I'll read it.
Popped up.
Roxy, is there anything you've wanted to try but haven't performed? Or
So far, is it?
What do I want to
so
do that
far.
I haven't done yet? And
pretty much.
who do I recommend?
Yeah.
Well,
Who is your favorite performer
I
that
would
you
say
suggest everybody check out?
Daddy Red and Harley Newman are my two favorite sideshow performers. Daddy Red because he teaches everybody anything they want to learn. He's fully
really?
open to it. He's like, you want to learn it? Let's learn it together. Let's figure it out. We'll teach you safely.
Yeah.
So I really like that's an impressive skill to have in this industry. Most people don't care to help anybody learn anything, but he's like,
No, they don't want to
learning.
share their secrets, you know?
Yeah. And Harley Newman's a similar concept. He teaches people for a fee, but that's mostly just for insurance purposes for him. And he's been doing this for so many years now. He started off in an actual sideshow back in the day, taming the animals and introducing people to a dime show. So that's
now what is it with the west side of Ontario there? It's always been like London Jumbo, right? The elephant and everything was out that way, like from 150 years. Well, no, Jumbo wasn't.
small town syndrome.
Maybe, eh?
Small towns. They don't have enough like malls there, I guess. Figure it out.
Wow, I can stick things in my nose.
Let's all hang out in the Walmart parking lot and do something fun. And you're like, all right.
Wow.
Jackass and stuff like that. Like, I know when we were younger, we used to do like stapling stuff, right?
Yeah.
We used to do that when we were young.
Human tip jar.
Yeah, exactly. And
we did too. We would build ramps. You jump on your bicycles, and as your buddy's going over the ramp, he's flying through the air. You'd throw a hockey stick and spear it through his tire, and then when he hits the ground, he would crash. We just did stupid shit like that. But you got banged up, you got bruised, you got scraped, a little bit of blood, but nobody ever got really hurt. You know what I mean? That's how we used to play.
Dude, if you're going over a jump and somebody throws a fucking... First of all,
hockey stick.
For you to get a hockey stick in a tire, because that's fucking hard. But for you to do that to a friend, that's not much of a friend. That's what you do to somebody you don't like.
I had that happen to me.
Yeah, but
I was riding my bike down the street.
We used to play
10 years old.
We used to build ramps and play chicken. You know, put cross equipment on and play chicken. It was just crazy shit.
Yep.
Although learning something, unicycling's one thing I've been trying to figure out for years too.
Oh wow!
Like that. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so I had a unicycle, a buddy. Anyways, I had a unicycle for a little while. Somebody left it at my house. Anyways, I tried to use that thing for like, I don't know, about 2 weeks, right? And then I went on YouTube, and they're like, learn how to unicycle in 7 days. And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. That's hard, man.
I've also seen the learn to do it in 7 days. No, have not learned it yet.
Yeah, it's cool.
So, Roxy, here's a challenge for you. Next time you come on the show, we want to see you unicycle and chop a cucumber on your arm.
Well, if I figure out unicycling, absolutely. But if I don't, then I will do human cutting board.
Yes, it can be very dangerous, that unicycling, you know.
Right?
I can't believe that you're
Yeah, be careful, Roxy.
a young lady to cut herself on our show. Like,
oh, jeez.
You know,
well, not me, the produce.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, she's not cutting herself.
Oh,
Come on, what the hell's wrong with you?
Now that swords, I don't still know how to sword swallow yet. I'm learning. Haven't learned it yet, but it depends. There's people in the community who are open to helping you and giving you advice, and then there's people in the community who are like, nope, stop, don't learn, bad choice, nope. Yeah.
Well, hey, Kathy, what still would you travel in the States to perform?
I might. I performed at Shazam Fest in Quebec, which was fun. That was quite a trek away.
8-hour trek.
Yep.
And
carpool with Daddy Red that time.
Oh yeah, awesome. So we went on tour with Daddy Red this summer, and I never spent any time with them because, like, I drove my caravan and they took off, and yeah. So I never got to hang out with them. I wanted to tour with Daddy Red and find out what it was like. Did you have fun with Daddy Red?
I did. He took turns driving too. It was all right.
Awesome.
Nice.
Learned a lot of good stories.
Oh, I bet.
Swallowing fire? What? Why would you swallow fire, Kathy? That would
I
kill
have
you.
swallowed fire. In Harley's class, he teaches you fire breathing as well. And
Okay, but you don't swallow it because that's
you
like
technically eat it. You put the fire in your mouth and you extinguish it, and that's swallowing
no
the
oxygen.
fire.
Okay.
Yeah, kiss.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the thing. The fire, you put the fire out. You don't actually swallow fire, right?
Yeah.
Like, do I have a lighter on me? I was doing bongs. I should.
Do you actually have something in your mouth to protect your mouth when you do that?
Saliva.
Is that it? You don't put any. Okay, I have a certain drink before.
Nope.
No prep
That'd be
whatsoever.
impressive if you did. If you could market that, though, that's a moneymaker for you.
Okay, I'll be on it in the morning.
I'd say like the biggest problem with it, though, is when you swallow fire or breathe fire, you get the chemicals on your tongue, which are cancerous, and it's usually an oil base, so you can't just rinse it off. And then there's also chips on your teeth or fragile teeth because of the heat to your teeth.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
wow, really?
Yeah.
That's what Richard just said. Did you ever try spitting fire? But that's what you're just saying now.
Yeah.
Breathing fire isn't as bad as like eating fire, because when you eat it, the flame goes directly past your teeth and then extinguishes and then comes back out. So the hot torch goes in and out past your teeth multiple times. But like spitting fire, the risk is if you use the wrong chemicals to spit, and then they drip down onto you, and then you've ignited your clothes. And most clothes now have some form of polyester in them. They're not usually cotton.
Yep.
So they melt onto your flesh, and then you're screwed.
Mm.
Yeah, not to mention you melt your face and.
Yep, well that too.
Yeah.
Or if you're a woman and you're wearing lip gloss, sometimes the lip gloss can overheat because it's an oil base.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, little things you don't think of, eh?
Or your false eyelashes.
Hike's like, man, next
Sometimes
time
the
I
glue's
can't wear my
flammable.
lip gloss.
I'm more worried about my foundation catching fire.
Foundation's
It's a good protector.
Yeah.
It's fire resistant.
It says it on the bottle.
Fire retardant. Oh.
Wow, I wish you had shows coming up or something going on so we could tell everybody, say, Roxy's going to be here, Roxy's going to be there, she's doing this, she's that, blah, blah, blah.
Well,
It's
you have to have her back, and
Sure.
you can.
Also,
ask
you
her
know, if
then.
anybody out there's looking for shows, I'm available. I've got an open schedule.
So, are the videos on your Facebook page?
I have a YouTube channel that I post a lot of my videos to, and then my
Okay, and just
Instagram has short reels.
Just remind everybody how they find you on there.
Just Roxy Cage.
Roxy Cage.
ROXIECAGE.
Okay.
Yep. And you are the only Roxy Cage I've ever seen out there. So
Sweet.
Yeah. We should. We'll probably put it up on our wall too, and
I appreciate
anybody
it.
here can check it out there.
Awesome. Thank you.
No problem.
And in the future, if anything comes up, Roxy, get in touch with one of us and we can promote it on the show.
Aw, thank you.
Hopefully that'll help you out a little bit.
I'd love that.
Yeah. Because I know it's not easy starting out doing this kind of stuff and getting out there, right?
Well, I started during the pandemic, so I can't speak to how it normally is. But when you start during a pandemic, it's really not that easy.
No.
Not at all. No.
Although you got a lot of isolated time, you got.
That's true.
Got nothing to do, so I'm gonna try stuff out.
I think you should try and hook up with a local band and maybe go around with them when they do some touring and be the sideshow. Hang out with the drummer. Yeah.
Yeah. The only problem with when like they're an act too, right? Just like any other musician. So if we're calling Roxy to come and perform, say with us,
right?
It's going to be different than saying, "Hey, Roxy, do you want to perform in the show tonight?" Right? So she's going to have to do a half an hour set or something by herself. So now she's another band, right? If she comes and performs with us, it's a little different. That's kind of that's like, hey, we're paying you as one of us. This is what we get. This is what you get. that's how I work. How do you work normally, Roxy, or how will you work in the future? Are you gonna set a price or?
Good question.
Usually varies. If I have to go a certain distance, then it's a certain fee. Also, it depends on what kind of act you're looking for from me. If it's only like you need one or two things here or there kind of thing, it's much more cheaper than if you needed like a full half-hour set of death-defying stunts.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's a case-by-case basis usually for me.
Do you have an agent or anything like that, or part of an agency, or is it all self?
Nope. I've been to a few agencies, and every time I show up, they're like, "Oh, hi, you must be here for modeling." Oh, no. Television. No. Variety entertainment. What is variety entertainment? I'm like, oh, I do this, and they're like, "Oh, no, we don't need that.
Are you
world doesn't need
serious?
more of that." Please.
Oh
stop
my
that.
God.
You gotta, Heiko. This is stuff like that they do.
You gotta find
a
those
lot
right
of people don't realize. Like, mistake. If you do a mistake, you can get seriously hurt. I've seen people like literally have to go to the hospital because they're gonna bleed out. Right? Like, there's stuff that happens, and you don't see it. Like, as Red was saying, if those knives cross in his stomach,
scissoring.
Yes.
Scissor. You pinch, man. You don't see that. You just got to go to the hospital.
It's like your innards aren't designed to withstand any sort of damage or pain, or they're not used to being touched.
No.
They're used to being protected and sheltered, so they're very delicate.
Yep.
They're also ticklish.
Okay.
It's very ticklish.
I would never have thought of that.
Not that I recommend you tickle it, but.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's a whole different concept. And if you look back, a huge part of entertainment before used to be the circus. And the circus wasn't just acrobats and all that. They had all the animals. They had all the sideshows. You know, back then they had their freak show. They had all that stuff. And it was huge. People used to pay to see that kind of stuff. Like what Red does, to swallow a sword. They would all pay to see that. Today, people are kind of like, it's kind of weird, you know? I don't know what excites people anymore.
It's true. Well, the internet's kind of simmered things down for what people are willing to pay to see now.
That's true.
Well, look at what Keisha just said to you. She said, so brave and badass. There you go.
Thank you.
She's an engineer.
Yes, she is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. So, you don't have anything coming up. Do you have any new stunts that you're trying?
That's a good question. I have been making better progress with the swallowing, so that's exciting and new. And for the most part, I have been working with Morticia to learn belly dancing for her.
Oh my God, are you doing belly dancing?
Oh,
I've been practicing belly dancing.
Belly
I'd like
dancing
Morticia and I to do something together.
That is so awesome. No, we played
and pole
at
dancing
the
too. We've been
Casbar.
learning pole.
Yeah. The Casbar.
Yeah.
The Casbah, yeah. And they had a belly dancer and some burlesque there.
Yeah.
What? Oh my God! The belly dancer. She was like a famous belly dancer. Like, wax people came. It was crazy, but she was crazy. Like that. That's just insane. Control.
Well,
yeah. You look at them and you go, how does the body even do that? Right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Just do this. You're like, just do what? I'm sorry, who?
Yeah.
But how?
Wow. So let's say now, I'm some guy and I say, okay, I want you to come over. We're having a birthday party for blah, 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 so and so. Can you entertain us for half an hour? Could you do that?
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah. So what would you do for a half an hour?
It would depend. I would ask what you're interested in, and then I would give you a list of the stunts that I do perform. I have like an actual set list of things that I can perform for you, or I can combine different ones or take out different ones. I customize pretty much every single act for whoever is hiring me for it. Because some people are like, I love machetes, and other people are like, no.
Sunflower.
Wow. So you could easily do more than a half an hour.
Yeah. With all the stunts that I've learned over the time. Yeah, of course. Escapes alone usually take, it depends on what you're escaping from. If it's just a straight jacket, or if it's a straight jacket in a confined space, and it can be like a 45-minute escape. Like,
okay. So I don't want to give away any information where you are, but are you kind of local to where we are?
I'm like GTA.
Okay.
She's the other side of us.
The other side.
Oh, the other side.
I come from the
other
side.
You're on the dark side.
Side with the cookies.
West side over there.
It's funny because I was just the young lady that runs the sunflower farm. I was just putting a floor in her tiny house that she's building, and we're talking about getting acts and bands or performings and stuff, getting people out to the sunflower farm. So that might be interesting.
You've seen the pictures where people like are in a sunflower field and it's like miles of sunflowers.
Yeah,
that's one of these places. I think theirs is like the biggest one around, right?
That sounds magical.
Yeah, it is. She has. I think last year was over 200,000 sunflowers.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Like it's a big field, and there's pathways in it. They have little huts set up where you can buy T-shirts and hats and stuff, and they have people come perform like bands and solo artists, photographers, weddings, all that kind of stuff. Wow. And she's just she's growing, so she's looking for things that might interest people to come out,
Sure.
So
I'd be happy to.
Very interesting. I might get her to get in touch with you.
I would welcome it.
And she has a name you might like. Her name is Ursula.
Ooh.
Ursula. Oh my God, what song? Ursula. It was a 90s song. What's inside your jar of me? Oh, now I got to figure that out. Oh my God.
You are high. You shouldn't drive.
No.
I know, eh? What's wrong with that guy?
Who is that? You should know, Junior. It's got to be. It's 90s. It's 90s. I want to say it's something like.
I just know the Wicked Ursula from Disney
or something like that.
The misunderstood
Ursula. One of them Canadian bands. Holy crap! It's already that time. Well, Roxy, it is.
I know.
Wow!
It is 11 o'clock.
Oh no, it's past my bed.
I know, right? Mine too. Thank you for coming on.
It was my pleasure.
And again, anytime you have anything you want to plug, let us know. We'll have you on.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. I look forward to it. I hope I'll see you all in the future.
Yeah. Look forward to it.
If you guys want to follow me on socials, I'll follow you back. Just let me know who you are, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, good luck.
All right. Not a problem.
All the best.
All right. Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure. Hopefully you guys have a fun rest of the night, and I will see you all very soon.
Yeah.
Right. Take care.
Keep learning and keep trying to get that goal that you want to get to. There's so many things you could do out there.
2023, it's the year.
Just do it carefully, okay?
Of course.
Yeah, be careful, be safe.
No blood. All right.
That
was cool.
Well, Junior.
Yeah, great guest.
Yeah, hi.
So how you doing, man?
Wow, you got this glow about you today, Junior. You got the sun shining off your glasses, and you look awesome. What's going on?
God, I'm starting to think I owe you money for the kind things you say to me, Heiko.
Oh, come on. We're buds. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
No, that's
all
great.
good.
I'll say why. I mean, I've said it all along in this process. So my treatment on the 19th, I was just they lay you out in a lazy boy.
Okay.
Right, treatment, and you're there for 3 hours.
Yeah.
So within about 20 minutes of this, and nobody knows like visiting you at the hospital that you're kind of there, other than what I post that today is whatever day, blah blah blah. So anyway,
right.
So I digress. But so I get a tug on my shirt, and I go quickly. You're almost asleep, and it's the ongoing doctor or specialist that's been taking care of me, right?
Yeah.
So he has this. I'll try this. I'm not very good at this accent. He's Polish or something, Koskowski or something, out of RVH. Anyway, Junior, I got your PET scan. I said, oh, He said, "Yes, I got good news." He went through the whole list of from my lungs to kidneys to the whole 9 yards, and the process is going very good. So I got some very, very good news. I was really
nice.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
man.
That's so
Yeah.
positive. That's hence the glow.
Worth the fight.
Everything's good.
Yeah.
Along with
wicked, buddy.
good. Along with good news, because sometimes, I just rather, if you hadn't noticed, give a shit.
Yeah.
It was fun for a while when things go on good, but today I got and Derek's laughing, I don't give a shit. For the first time fucking ever, I gotta say this, sorry, forever, I got the proverbial, I just want to be friends line.
Yeah.
Oh, really? No.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever got this line from a other significant other in your life?
Okay. No, but it never got to that point. It was to me, it was just, hey, do you want to? No.
Yeah.
I never even got the chance, so no.
Derek, dare I say, privately, you've seen this lady I speak of. I won't give a name, but for the 2 years of the time frame, my goodness, I'm thankful. Don't get me wrong, and whatever. So, dare I say, sometimes one shouldn't date so damn young, and let's leave it at that.
What I was going to say, is that the young lady you were telling us about?
The best piece of advice that I ever got was, well, I'll give you two of them. First of all, no matter how good looking she is, somebody's glad they got rid of her.
Right.
And that can work the other way around too.
Wow, really?
Yeah. And is the fucking you're getting worth the fucking you're gonna get?
You know what? I'll just say, you know what? There can sometimes be a cost, involved, whether you like it or not. Just that, and that's on both sides. Look, and I don't want to knock women. I am not that guy. I'm just saying this is the first time for me. I have been so fortunate all my life to date and be one time married to beautiful women. This is just the first time I've ever experienced that. I just want to be friends. So to me, I kind of went, okay. And then when you find out, isn't truth a funny thing? Now, everybody has their thing. So when I find out really more about this individual, I kind of go, well, I am ever thankful. Thank you.
Yep. Exactly.
No, but anyway, so with good comes with other. It's not even bad, I guess. But anyway, we move on.
No.
Other than that, I'm doing all right. How are you guys doing?
We're good.
Yeah.
Can't complain.
No complaints here.
Yeah.
So right. I did something really stupid this weekend. I went out cross country skiing. So I went out by myself at like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. And I'm going out and I'm like, dude, and this is Sunday. And I'm cruising and I'm like, look at my clock. Oh, hey, it's 9:30. Dude, I gotta be in Toronto at 11.
Oh shit.
I'm fucking almost 6 kilometers away from my house.
Oh shit. Oh, you gotta get back.
Yeah, man. So I'm like, oh shit. So I just I'm skiing, right? So I just trucked it back, man. I made it back in half an hour, but I was out for a good clip, right? And I didn't realize, and I made it, and I was only 7 minutes late.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, I want to say on fucking camera, Derek, way to go, but I really dig the fact that you keep yourself involved in your family and activities and whatnot, man. So hats off to you. That's really great. Yeah, from a little bit of everything. That's really cool to see.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I want my son to try everything, right? So anything I try.
It's my only regret in life is not having kids. To have a son is like fucking hats off, man. I mean, that's rocking.
Yeah. You know what? It's funny because Ringo and I said this last week after the show was over. We were still on. You'd signed off, and we're both going, that guy is so awesome with his family, being involved with his kids and all that stuff. Like it's great to see, Derek. Seriously.
Yeah.
You know.
Nice.
And it's
we're not
sad.
kissing your ass or are we blowing up your ass.
It's a little sad for us that you're going to be gone for a couple of months, but it's great that you're taking this time to be with your kids and try something new, like pickleball.
Yeah, man.
Do you know?
Don't get me
here's
wrong,
a question for you, Derek.
I was wondering earlier on because they were talking about straitjackets, and he's going away for a couple of months. So I was starting to wonder if he was coming to visit up the street from where I live here at Waypoint.
Yeah, $200 or $200 to $400. That's all it costs for a straitjacket.
So,
so he's got all the information he needs. And where to get them from.
where pickleball was invented?
I do not know where pickleball was invented. I do know that we went away somewhere and we were with another couple and kids and stuff, right? And we saw these people playing this game and we had no idea what it was. So we just grabbed it and started hitting, and then, that's not how you play it. Well, that's how we're playing it because it's it.
I don't think I've ever heard of it. What is it? I've never even heard of pickleball.
Well, you know what, George? It's funny you say that because I've got them right in my backyard here in where I live. I'm over Pennsylvania. Anyway, check this out. I'm sure it's this early, 1969 or 70 is when this game was actually invented. Okay. And it's now taken off like fucking wildfire.
Right.
You're pretty damn close, buddy. Pickleball was
and tennis together.
Yes.
It's like ping pong,
like
George.
Ping pong and tennis put together.
No, never. Well, if I have, I've certainly forgotten it.
Look it up.
It's just in the last couple of years, it's become pretty big. It's the biggest girl
and it's
sport
funny
in North
because
America.
In the town down here, Sunderland, it's become very popular, and I guess that's where you're going, eh, Derek?
No, I'm going into Sanford. I'm going to the big town, bud.
The big town.
Yeah, we got a bigger gym there.
The big smoke.
Pretty good there, Junior. Pickleball was invented in 1965 in Bainbridge Island, Washington, USA.
There.
And
I knew it was quite early.
Who invented it?
Do you know who invented it?
Who invented it?
It was a family. It was a family.
Yeah, 3 dads that had bored children. 3 dads got together and they invented this game for their kids to play.
They had rackets and a wiffle ball and a net.
Whatever, and they came up with it, and here it is.
Yep.
So George,
isn't that something?
You know, like a wiffle ball, right? Your waffle ball, whatever. The one with the holes.
Yeah.
Right? You're using that.
Oh, okay.
So, like, it's not going far.
Yeah.
No,
it's a great sport. Like,
no, but here's a better. I think this is a better description, Derek. So, think of ping pong, George.
Yeah.
Okay. So that kind of a sound, first off, but played on a tennis court. So, like Derek is saying, the ball is a little bit heavier than a tennis ball. So but you get this knock off of it. So, in saying that, there's also shit attached to this, Derek. I'm not sure if you realize this, but there's been right across Ontario complaints because of this knock sound that I'm referring to in certain neighborhoods.
No.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah, but honestly, but Heiko, it doesn't bother me. I've gotten used to it, but I can understand it. If you're listening to 6 courts outside of
like it's yeah.
It can maybe drive some people a little bit like, what the shit, type of deal. So I think this sport looks cool. I want to try it.
Yeah, but see, you can challenge that, right? You hear that. You get up, they wake up in the morning, at night, pop, 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 pop. So you just get on your balcony, you load up the freaking machine gun and the anti-aircraft gun, pop, 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 pop. You just let them have it back, right?
Yeah. It's got to, no, but you have no idea. It's got to be the point where I've given up.
Listen.
What?
Any age. That's the beauty of pickleball.
But the constant pop, pop, pop is causing quite a racket across the USA.
It's a little bit louder than the
Most annoying sound ever, goes one tweet. It's 9:30. Why are my neighbors playing pickle?
It sounds like a tennis ball close to you.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm not
Where did you
hearing
get
that all day
that?
long.
Perfect.
Seniors having fun.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man.
That's the sound of tennis balls made out of wood.
Yeah,
No,
that's a
it's
good one too.
the sound
Yeah.
of plastic hitting plastic on a fucking
Yeah.
racket.
Yeah.
And the
I mean,
air.
I chuckled too about it.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of the only one. I chuckled about the sound thing until I seen that it was in the news about that going on, about the people were freaking out about the noise, but it's obviously become a little bit more prominent than I thought it was ever. So yeah, it looked like fun though.
Yeah, because
you play indoor.
You're not running around, right?
You play outdoors then?
Yeah.
It's become so popular though. It's gone indoors, George. So what they've done is they converted, like I say in my yard here, the tennis courts into these pickleball courts outside.
Okay.
But because of the popularity, they're taking it now indoors. So they instead of the indoor tennis courts, and maybe like Derek's saying there, pickleball is just crazy, and it's very low cost. So you know.
So, do they actually use like a tennis court with the same net? They just have a different wall and different paddle.
It's a shorter net. It's a shorter net, and it's not as wide. So you basically use half of a tennis court. So one tennis court is 2 pickleball nets.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
2 pickleball courts. Right.
Yeah, they even in the other spot up here where I live changed the 35-year tennis courts as this past summer into more pickleball courts. Yep. This one here, as an example, there's 6 of them here with 2 tennis playing courts in this fenced-in area. So from 8 o'clock in the morning till noon, 1 o'clock, they're lined up. So 6 courts, I'll say to you again, inside. Wow. So you got that many people in 4s playing from that time frame. And I have counted almost every day, I swear, at least 10 people waiting to get in and play as these people are playing, if not 20.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
So it's four people play?
Yeah, 2 to 2.
Like,
like mostly, like you don't have to. Singles can play, but it ends up being again that fucking popular. I laugh too because Derek made me laugh. I don't even know their names, but I've come up with their kind of characters. So the one there, she's ready. You can tell she's got all the gear on, so she moves like Martina Navratilova. She's got the official hat and hair. And I have no idea who they are, but you could hear everything here locally because it's that quiet. But I think that's great what you're doing, Derek. I'd like to try it sometime for sure because I really enjoyed ping pong at one time. So that's got to be a lot of fun. It looks like a lot of fun.
I like the idea of tennis. Right, I think tennis is
a
great
idea. I'm never very good at that sport. Actually.
No, me either. I like the idea of it. I think it's neat. I also like to hit stuff and hand-eye coordination. I love anything hand-eye coordination. Right?
Yeah, me too.
Great. So I'm like something I don't have to run at because I don't like running. I don't like.
Yeah, it's a shorter distance, so it's not. Yeah, well, I agree.
If you can, over the next couple of months, either send us little videos or something during the week so we can throw them up to let our fans know what you're up to.
I'll show you my professional cup. You know, made the Masters or whatever the pickleball is. Made the mason jar. Right.
Yeah.
I bet you'll probably do pretty good at it.
As long as I have fun, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
It looks like a blast. Like they say, once I'm healthier, because I've been all my life mostly before this little health thing. I do physical stuff from golf to whatever you guys know. So, but I'm looking forward to that.
All that matters here is you take your son with you, and you guys both have a good time. That's all, right?
Well, it's my girlfriend too, right? So it's all 3 of us.
Yeah. Oh, you're all going. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
My daughter didn't want to go, but that's her. Whatever.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, gentlemen.
So
I hate to.
we're gonna make bets
overtime,
and see,
so it's great. Great to see you
we're gonna make bets and see who comes home first with a black eye.
Me.
or a fat lip, right?
Yeah. It definitely me. If somebody's gonna get hit by something stupid, it's me. That's it. Like, it's my luck.
Oh man, that's awesome.
So again, real quick, thanks for it was great to see you guys for having me on for a bit. It makes me feel like I'm at least part of society as opposed to nurses and whatnot. I will be on with Hell Yeah Radio with the guys out of Rochester coming up, and also Bar Stools for some things coming up. And when Derek gets back, he's going to help me with some technical things. Yeah, it's great to see you guys. Thanks again.
Where can we catch Hell Yeah Radio?
Just punch it up on Facebook, and all the link is there. Again,
when are you there? When are you
on? We're setting up the date right now. He just wanted some promo pictures, kind of thing first. Some people think I'm special for some reason. I don't know why, but but it is. I've been on before. It's called Hell Yeah Radio.
Hell Yeah Radio.
Okay. Sorry, if I didn't say it, he's out of Rochester, New York. I didn't already say that.
Okay. Junior, keep in touch.
Actually, funny, you guys will dig this. He's done, his other company has done all roadie cases for just about any rock band you can think of. So he's a really cool dude. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to being on. Yeah.
Nice. I'll look out for that.
Yeah. The link will be on my wall, George, and I'll let you know.
Okay.
Perfect. Send it on over to us.
Yeah.
And you have fun at that pickleball thing. That's great.
Yeah.
I will. All right, Junior. We'll talk to you later, buddy.
Junior, you have my number. So if anything comes up or whatever, get in touch with me, whatever. And now since Derek's going to be gone, if you're bored, let me know.
Just whatever you want me on, just say so, Heiko. Because right now, as I said, honestly, and even the doc said, my focus is my health right now. I'm not anything else but that. So if I'm here and you're so humble that you would like me to be on anytime at all.
No problem, buddy.
Just before we go, did you watch the backside bit tonight?
I did.
Did you get it? Did you get it?
It's back to that other George, to be honest with you. I'm not a big savvy, whatever, but they call it chemo brain. So sometimes you just can't grasp as much or as quick as you used to. Because as I said, one day we'll play rock trivia for fun.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Right on.
So, but I did know it was Def Leppard because I could see, is it Stephen Clark that OD died? I could see his hair.
Yes.
I did think, I thought it was Def Leppard, but Derek's getting really good at that.
I'm surprised how hard it was. I thought it'd be dead easy, but
Yeah, but you know what? There's a different mindset for us that were the DJ aspect. We were those guys that about all the information. So to us, it may even seem easy, but to others, not so
true.
easy.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Respecting on the knowledge that we have and what you do, sir. So let's not.
Yeah, well, we used to read the inside sleeve, the labels, backside and front.
That's why I'm such
there was a certain album where inside the label, you could smoke it. Remember? There was a 12 by 12 rolling paper inside an album jacket.
The Up in Smoke album, actually, Heiko.
Cheech and Chong, Up in Smoke.
There you go.
Yeah, 12 by 12 inch paper.
Right.
So you could roll yourself that.
I have some weird albums, like novelty stuff and singles 45s that I've kept, like I've got, I've kept them all, but there's, like, for instance, say Elvis Costello brought out a song called Accidents, and the sleeve for it is actually inside out. So the actual sleeve, you know what I mean? And I thought, stuff like that. I keep all that stuff. I have them all here.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I've always respected with you, George. That's why I'm the same. I was and I use this word because I am, guys, so fortunate. The paraphernalia that I have, I don't know what pardon this expression, don't know what to fucking do with it all. I've collected so much. Mm-hmm. One example, because there's too much, but one example is I went and did that Rush cancer research show at the Rock Pile on the 11th of September last year. Yep. You're talking Martin Popoff that wrote all Rush's books is one example, and the Rush nuts that were there.
Yes.
My point. Now, one of them had a Rush Backstage Club tour jacket that I have over my shoulder here. So when you talk about collectibles, You're fucking right. I have made sure that they were almost as original as nobody else had. Over my left shoulder, actually, here you go. This is the original off the print. Can you see this shirt?
I can't read it, but I see it.
Hang on. Okay.
Maximum grunt.
Oh,
The
right.
hog.
Wow.
Yeah.
This was the first one off the presses.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why you also see over my other shoulder there, the first ever, the Q107 jackets and the hog jackets. So yeah, sorry, I could go on. I don't, it's too long.
You always say that for
Yeah,
another day. That could be a whole show.
Yeah.
It is. It is from. Over my right shoulder, a Rush interview album, one of those promotional, not for sales. We see that. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, guys, it's too much.
We could talk all night.
No, that's great. And you know what? We won't. Maybe one night we'll just have a show about stuff, right?
Yeah.
We'll talk about this kind of stuff. That'd be fun too, because I'm sure George's got a ton of shit stashed away in his basement, like you have stashed away, and we can bring stuff up and show it off and see what happens.
Oh, and Junior, I'll have to talk to you about disco music. I'll have to just
Oh, I don't want to ever talk about fucking disco.
What's that? What the hell is disco?
No, we'll have a little chat. We'll have a little chat.
I don't know, man. Disco just sounds
I say that loosely. There's some respect in there a little bit, but anyway, I just kid about it. Yeah. It's
right. I mean, good disco music, not just
Well,
that's
I'll leave it on this. How do I put this? I did buy those designer jeans from that time, and oh my god, my nuts! Oh, I saw it. We're on the
air. Nuts is fine. Nuts is good.
Yeah.
But see, disco is kind of like deep fried pickles. You get the odd person says, "Oh yeah," and everyone else goes, "What the hell?" So,
we can discuss that anyway. Yeah.
I want to let Derek go to bed. I know he's got that tired look in his eyes.
He's got 2 months off. Come on.
Well, 2 months off the show, yeah. So you won't have late nights every Monday night.
He'll be fine.
I'm gonna come back.
He's gonna go. Hey, I kind of like this, not being up late on Monday nights.
Yeah, quickly, thank you to all the listeners of the Heiko Show, and thanks for having me on, guys. And we'll talk to you guys.
Yeah, absolutely, Junior. We'll have you on again. Before we go, I just want to plug Just Huts. If you guys want to go ice fishing on Lake Simcoe, jushuts.ca or on Facebook, look them up. The number's 289-354-4306. Ask for Justin.
Get your fish on.
Even if you have no equipment and you just want to try ice fishing, they will rent everything and anything that you desire. Your rods, your cameras.
The lake and smoke a joint. They'll help you out.
And the information, the teaching he does is incredible. Like even for us, we've been fishing for years and years, and we learn from this guy. Like he's so full of knowledge. So do it. Look up Just Huts. Go ice fishing.
Does he does he guarantee hey, you're gonna catch stuff? I don't know if Fish Huts do that.
There is no actual written agreement guaranteed you'll get something because no one knows what a fish is thinking, but he will set you up the best he can, and he will actually move his huts if an area starts.
They know their shit.
Yeah, they do. They really do. And he's one of these guys. It's pretty awesome.
Awesome.
So check it out, folks. And if you've never ever tried it and never even heard of it, give it a shot. It's a really good experience. All you have to do is bring your food and your drink for the day. Everything else is looked after. So try ice fishing. Junior, thanks a bunch, man, for being on. Derek, George, thanks for being an awesome co-host. And I want to thank Roxy Cage for being on the show tonight. And Sandra, Susan, Kathy, Justin, Richard, and Keisha for being awesome fans and being a part of our show. Well, this is it for tonight, everybody. We'll see you all here next Monday night at 9:30 on the Heikadelic Show. Have a great week. Cheers, and behave yourself. Well, try to. See you guys. Where's my drink?
Well, that's another wrap for the Heikadelic Show, folks, so time to get dirty. And don't forget, listen in next week on Monday night and every Monday after that for the Heikadelic Show at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like more information on the Heikadelic Show, please find us at www.theheikedelicshow.com or .ca. We'll see you all next week on the Heikadelic Show. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor for the Heikadelic Show, it's easy. Just send us an email at info@theheikedelicshow.com. Meanwhile, you can browse our website at www.theheikedelicshow.com or .ca. Click on our sponsor tab and find out more information on sponsorships. Thanks for joining the Heikadelic Show, fans.